Hey there, I'm Yummy. Welcome to my channel. So when I was around 10, I made about 30 to 50 Fakemon. I lost a sketchbook that had all these Fakemon in it, so I can't show you, but from what I remember, they're pretty bad. But now that I'm older and have better drawing skills, I want to take another crack at them, starting with my grass starter. So there's a reason why I'm calling this a reimagining and not a redesign. It's because I remember my grass starter looking like this. I don't think I have to explain what the problems are, but I'll do it anyway. I think the biggest problems with my Fakemon were that they were rip-offs of other Pokemon or that they barely had a concept. I think you can see those flaws in my grass starter in particular. They're literally just plant girls in dresses, and the final stage is giving Trevenant vibes with the legs. I don't know, I think I was going in a witchy direction, but obviously you can't see that. I don't even remember what the middle stage looked like because it was just so unremarkable. Anyway, let's actually talk about what you're here for. So for some reason, the original wasn't an animal, so I was basically starting off from scratch. I was kind of struggling with an animal to base this guy off of. Then I was sitting with my friend at lunch, and then she suggested basing him off of spider lilies, those plants that look like spiders. So that's what I did. I mostly based the design of the first stage off spider lily bulbs, which look like these weird onion things. I also gave him stripes on his legs and these, I don't know what to call them, on his head. They'll get expanded on in his evolutions. For colors, I went with mostly brown for his body and stripes, light green for his head and end of his tail, and a pale yellow for the rest of him. I usually don't keep teeth and sclera as pure white, but I thought they blended too much with the rest of his face if I went with my usual yellow for them. And yeah, that's all I have to say for him design-wise. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Spidoris, the spider lily Pokemon. Spidoris are very social creatures, often approaching strangers and entertaining them with tricks. They've been known to be drawn to the sound of crying children.
I love this little dude. Definitely a step up from my original grass starter. If you cut onto that last part, don't worry, it connects back to his final stage. And with that, let's move on to the next one. Here's when the Jester theme really starts to kick in. I extended the flaps on Spidoris into the ends of a Jester hat. I also extended the green from his head to look like a tunic. I gave him some more stripes on his legs to look like socks, and he has stalks coming out from his abdomen. The spots on his cheeks are supposed to look like makeup, but it's also the introduction of red in the design, which will become more prominent in the next stage. I don't really have anything else to say about him, so I'll just ramble on for a bit. So while I was designing him, I thought it'd be kind of fun if I made it so that he cartwheeled instead of walked. The cartwheel thing was just something I made up because I thought it'd be funny. And out of curiosity, I searched up if spiders can cartwheel, and it turns out there's a species that can. So that's a neat little coincidence. If he was an actual Pokemon, I can just imagine him just cartwheeling next to you as you go stroll around in the overworld. I just like coming up with things like that for Pokemon.
Sproutic, the spider lily Pokemon. Sproutic loves to perform in front of others, making it a very popular choice to have in place. Instead of walking, Sproutic traveled by cartwheeling.
Middle stages have never been my strong suit, so I'm very proud to say that this is probably way better than the original. So while Spidoris and Sproutic were based on white spider lilies, Jester is based on red spider lilies. I extended the ends of the hat and gave it some stamen to mimic the flower. I kinda went back and forth on color placement. I knew I wanted red to become a prominent color, but I didn't know whether to balance it out with green or brown. I think the brown goes well with its ghost typing, but I thought it'd be weird to have a final stage grass starter that didn't have a lot of green. In the end, green became the second main color, and the brown was reduced to the abdomen. I'm a little bit worried that he's maybe a little bit too human for a Pokemon, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. If you're wondering why he's a ghost type, this might not look like a ghost is because red spider lilies represent death in the morning or a separation of life and death. In this case, Jester is a ghost type due to its connection to the afterlife. I'll let his Pokedex explain.
Jester, the Jester Pokemon. Jester have developed the ability to see ghosts. I would love to see everyone's happy faces with this form. It's believed that Jester are guides for the ghosts of children who are too afraid to move on, making them laugh one last time. I considered going in a creepy direction with Jester, considering its ghost typing, but I think keeping him a silly guy makes him stand out compared to other ghost types while still having an uncanny look. Which stage was your favorite? Let me know in the comments.
That's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed this video and keep an eye out for more. Till next time.